And you've never seen so many kids. You could hardly see the platforms. You know, luggage everywhere. Mothers crying, little boys and girls, all with those labels around their necks, you know, all being packed off. But Joe didn't want to go. Joe held onto my leg. And in the end, they took him away and they packed him off in a carriage with hundreds of them. And walking home. That was the strange thing, Mr. Ford, because the streets were empty. Nobody laughing, nobody crying, nobody shouting, nobody kicking a ball. I've never heard anything like it before in my life, Mr. Foyle. It was a city with no kids, but I didn't mind. Because they said he'd be safe. And that's all it mattered to me, you know, he was safe. And for months and months I've been sitting there in London and not a single bomb has fallen. And you're telling me now that my son has been killed here with strangers because he just got in the way? Now, where's this Gascoigne? I want to see him face to face. Where is he?
Mr. Pearson, there's nothing you can do here.
Yeah, no.
Go back.
No, Mr. Foyle, I'm staying. And I'm not leaving without my boy.
I will find you a room. But there's no point in confronting him with this.
I'm staying.
Where did you go last night?
What?
You went out. Where were you?
Why?
I've just come from the village and they're saying that someone tried to kill Lawrence Gascoigne.
What are you talking about? Why are you asking me?
You know why?
Do I? Florence, for God's sake. We've marched together. We've been to meetings. All my life, like you and David, I've been against killing. And now are you telling me that...
No. And after what you said... And you weren't here last night.
You said someone tried to kill Lawrence Gascoigne. Did they succeed?
No.
Shame.
Tony? What are you doing here?
I had to see you again.
Not here.
I need to talk to you.
You're going to get me shot.
It's just... I had such a great night last night. And you enjoyed it too.
Yeah, it was fun.
Will you come out again tonight?
Well,
we can go and have a drink, maybe. I really need to talk to you about something.
Is it about your friend?
No, it's nothing to do with that, but, it's important. Please.
All right. Well, I finish at 6, so I'll meet you outside.
6?
Now go. Go on.
And we should put somebody inside Gascoigne's house, you know. 3 men outside isn't enough.
Who do you have in mind?
Well, having arrested 4 of our own men, we're a bit bloody short-staffed, aren't we?
I could do it, sir.
Didn't like to ask. What about your wife?
Oh, she's had to go to her sister's in Wales.
Right, thank you. Yes. Sam, won't be a minute. Where have you put Pearson?
He's in the Crescent, sir.
Good. And we must get round to these. You recognise any of those names?
No.
What are these?
Gascoigne's cases over the last 6 months.
Jack Winters, I know him. I met him at the dance last night.
Could be the same man. Gascoigne sent him down for burglary and assault. He was birched and given 6 months.
We didn't mention any of that.
Well, he wouldn't, would he? You get over there, I'll make sure he knows.
Sir.
Sam?
Yes, he turned up at the dance. I can't say I took a great shine to him. To be honest, I think Tony's a little in awe of him.
Did he say anything at all?
No, sir.
Oh.
Sorry. Do you want me to ask Tony about him?
No, better not.
Oh. I think this is as far as we can go.
Looks like it.
Ah, Sergeant. Now, I can't pretend I'm entirely happy with this situation, but I suppose needs must.
That's what Mr. Fall said, sir.
Are you armed?
Yes.
Well, try to think of yourself as a house guest while you're here. Don't know how long this is supposed to go on, still. Oh, this is my daughter, Susan. Susan, this is Sergeant Milner.
Good day, miss.
Good afternoon.
Perhaps you could show him to his room?
Yes, of course. It's through here.
Can I help you?
I hope so. Who are you?
I'm the foreman here, Hawkins.
I'm a police officer. I'd like to speak to a Peter Buckingham, who I understand works here.
I'm afraid I can't allow you in.
Why is that?
We work for the War Office. If you want to come in here, you'll have to talk to them.
Right. What is it you do here?
Produce munitions.
Is Peter Buckingham here?
You can talk to him if you like, but you can't go into the factory, and he can't discuss his work. Just wait here and I'll get him.
Right.
It seems you know everything. Not that it's any of your business, like. Well, I met Susan in the village. I didn't know who she was then. We began to see each other.
Where did you see each other?
We went walking. In the fields and woods and that. But that wasn't enough for me. So I started coming to the house. There's this summer house that...
Oh, you went there, did you? Lots of times.
We went there once too often and her dad turned up. We saw us together and... that was it.
You've been back to the summer house?
No. No, I'm not seeing Susan anymore. Look, I never threatened Gascoigne, he threatened me. If he found me in his property again, it'd be the police, and prison, and God knows what. Now, is that all? I've got to get back to my work.
Yes, of course. What is it you do?
I'm a machine operator.
All right. Well, thanks for your time. Very pleased to meet you.
Right.
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
What is, sir?
Metal worker, machine operator with clean hands?
Maybe he washed them.
Maybe. They're supposed to be making munitions here.
Yes?
Well, would you want to transport explosives along tracks like these? Look at them. And metalworking, hardening steel, you need furnaces, lots of heat, wouldn't you?
I suppose so.
Well, there's no chimneys.
Hello, Sergeant Milner.
Miss Gascoigne.
Oh, please, you can call me Susan. Daddy doesn't like me smoking in the house. Actually, he doesn't like me smoking at all. You won't tell him, will you?
No, of course not.
I can't stop thinking about poor Joe.
Were you close to him?
I tried to be. But he hated being here. You could see it in his eyes. The Nazis were never the enemy as far as he was concerned. We were.
I'm sure that's not true.
I can understand it. Coming from the East End, this place must have seemed like another planet.
It's a big house.
We don't even use half of it. What's the point of having servants' quarters when you can hardly even afford servants?
It was good of you, taking in an evacuee.
Well, just for once, I was determined to have my own way. I went to the station, and there were all these children lined up. Hundreds of them, all labelled with their suitcases. The good-looking ones went first, and then the strong ones who might be able to help around the house. Joe was one of the last, and I chose him because he reminded me of me.
Of you?
Left out. I had all sorts of ideas. Like he might be like the little brother that I never had. But it didn't work out like that.
Susan?
Yeah, quick.